Come out here and stay on till I die. Come out here and stay on. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Till I die.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
Safe Space, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that Safe Space has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the Safe Space private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V. Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the Safe Space universe has to offer.
My people, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're well. I so wish that we were here on better terms than what we're going to talk about today. Man, golly. Someone sent me a video of Apostle McNutt. This is a preacher out of Florida. Some of you might know who he is, and some of you might not. Well, according to what I understand, his godson accused him of abuse, which caused an arrest, then which caused a public display of chastisement to, I guess, exonerate the apostle. And I was shaken when I saw that video, shaking a lot, actually, really shaken. And so I want to talk about that a little bit. I also want to talk about some new findings with the Epstein files. Some of these images that are put out are horrendous. It's really shaking me to my core because I don't understand why more is not being done. And maybe it's my ignorance. Maybe it's just simply my ignorance and I just don't get it. I don't know. Or is it something more sinister? Now, if I had to put money on it, I would say it's the latter. It's something more sinister. So we're going to talk about both of those situations today. And then we're going to get on out of here. And of course, we'll do an after show and all the things are the things. All right. My normal commenters are not with us today, but thank you so much, TC Craig, for the green hearts. Cohart, how are you doing? Hope you're well as well. Maybe the rest of the crew will come in later on. I know I'm a little late. Well, I've been really inconsistent lately. On purpose, though. I'm going to get consistent after a while, but I'm working on some other things that are of more value and more important right now. And then we'll be consistent. All right. Let's just go ahead and get into it. The first thing I want to say is that the Apostle T.D. McNutt thing is interesting. And the reason why I say that is because I think he's taken the video down. Let's look and see real quick. Oh, hold on for a second. No. Okay, there we go. Now let's do this. Hold on. Let's see at the stage. I think he's taken the video down. If I'm correct, guys, that video got over 1 million views. Last thing. Oh, I guess he's had a birthday. Oh, he has a birthday today. How convenient. He did the I'm guilty video. And the I'm guilty video was one big old nasty gaslight. Oh, hold on. I didn't see these comments. Hey, Tracy, Tracy's Place, how you doing? I didn't see this one. Cohart, how you doing? Lotus Egyptian Flower, how are you? I don't know why I didn't see those in the beginning. Anywho, it looks like he's taken the video down. He did this hour video about I'm guilty.
And naturally he's guilty of, honoring his oath to raise this young man up, I guess, in the way that he should go. He's guilty of clothing him. He's guilty of feeding him. He put this picture up, which I thought was interesting, of his nephew. I don't know who this lady is. Is she a cousin, a girlfriend, or what she is? And then, of course, the guy we know as Junior, and he put this picture up. I don't know what quite to say, because I feel like I know what this is. I don't want to be accusatory, but I've been down this road before. Of course, this is mugshot of him. Now I'm going to say this before, guys. Good evening, John. Organic Shanae, how y'all doing? I'm not even paying attention. I'm sorry, y'all. And now let me say this real quick. I have been watching a young man, and I had to spank him. Of course, his mother approved of it. And so then he told the teacher that he got spanked. So they called me in, and I talked to the school. And then they said, all right, well, be careful and whatnot. And life goes on. So I have to ask the question, how bad was it that he actually was arrested? Because, they do wellness checks. It, as I understand, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, it goes like this, okay? It goes like this. Accused by a child, wellness check. Something goes wrong, somebody goes to jail. So I don't know if just him being accused for whooping his godson alone would cause him to be arrested. Now, I saw the police report, and the police report talked about scratches on the guy's back and legs and a busted lip. Now, if this is correct, why did the apostle do this 1 hour live on this? Because I don't care what's going on. Children are not a punching bag. There is no type of discipline where you should be punching your children in the lip. I know this might be anti the culture, because I'm going to talk about this in a little bit. Because if we tell the truth, a lot of parents parent like we don't want our pastors to pastor. Let me say this differently. A lot of parents run amok in the home like you talk about that pastor who's running amok in his church. A lot of parents will sow discord amongst the children, the siblings, and divide them up to divide and conquer and to keep everybody telling on each other. And you had the nerve to leave that local church because they gossip too much. And pastor was always in some mess. There's a reason why you joined that church, because y'all got the same spirit. And if you think God gonna judge that pastor, but he gonna skip over your sloppy parenting, you've lost your mind. Oh, okay. It's gonna be that type of show today. Anywho, so I stand 10 toes down. If it gets so bad that you're punching on that child like he's a street nigga, you might want to take that child somewhere else. I'm going to say it again. If it gets so bad that you're punching on the child like he's a street nigga, there is no reason why. There needs to be some other measures in place. And since I'm talking, I'm not going to be long, I don't think. And they took the video down, so we can't play it now. But this young man was caught searching for guns on school computers, running away, cussing out the cops. I also need to tell parents this. A healthy child in a healthy home is not going to act like that. And I see a lot of parents blame the child for their misbehavior as if a child has the faculties to make the right. I don't know why she act like that. I don't know why he act like that. I'm going to beat that spirit out of them. You're the parent. They're getting it from the school. They're getting it from everywhere but your sloppy character. You have fussed at them kids like your mama fussed at you, and you wondering why they acting like they act. So let me talk to y'all for a second. We sharing on McNutt and, oh, that ain't right. Abuse, abuse, abuse. Epstein, abuse, abuse, abuse. Let's talk about the system of abuse that you have in your home. Let's talk about how when you get upset, everybody got to go sit down and hide from you because you're a tyrant. Can't nobody say nothing to you. Let's talk about when you get upset, your child flinch because they don't know if you're going to swing on them or not. What am I saying overall? That not America, the world, existence has a systemic abuse problem. And it's not just an Apostle McNutt. It's a system of abuse. It's not just a Jeffrey Epstein. It's a system of abuse. And some of you unknowingly, subconsciously, is parroting that abuse in your home. You are a part of the system. Whew. Some of you parrot that abuse on the job. You run too tight of a ship. You are a tyrant. And I'm going to be honest with you. When my deliverance did not come when I dropped that video 2 years ago. The biggest part of my deliverance came after I dropped that video, and I saw how I treated people because I am a leader. And I saw me talk to people rough and fuss at people. What are you doing? Don't do that. Go live. Do this. Do that. And what I saw was I was the thing that I was exposing. And I am telling you, if you have not checked yourself into rehab, you are the thing that abused you. Jesus. If you have not confronted that abuse, you have became it. Can I be honest? There is no reason why adults should be talking to adults nasty. Whether it's on the job, a mentor, a mentee, in the church, they're your assistant, your understudy, your apprentice. They're human beings. What is the point? What am I saying? Y'all, listen, we won't change the system. What McNutt has done, is doing, or will do, will happen over and over, and it is currently happening now. I need to let you know that what Jeffrey Epstein has done, well, he's dead now, but the Jeffrey Epstein types will continue to do what Jeffrey Epstein is doing. We won't change the system, but we can get out of it. We can change ourselves. Let me go further. Some of y'all treat y'all's animals, like you're the animal. Throw the dog across the room, kick her. You pee in this house. Wow. Being mean to nature, being mean to existence. Some of y'all treat servers, cashiers, and custodians, people that have quote unquote less than jobs, like they are not human. And if you are like that, undo that share about Apostle McNutt, because you are part of the same system. Lord have mercy. Some of you treat your spouses like that. Your partners and your lovers, your friends, talk nasty, talk down on them, lash out. And if you don't check yourself, you'll be getting, the mite out of your neighbor's eye, the splinter out of your neighbor's eye, while the log is in your eye. See, how do I not contribute to systemic abuse? By not allowing abuse in my village, in my community. Reporting McNutt to CPS is one thing, and if he asks me, he should be reported. Tweeting about Jeffrey Epstein and calling your representative and making sure that they uphold the law and release those files and hold everybody accountable is one thing. But raising your children to love themselves and their neighbors is bigger. Because now I'm not contributing to the system of abuse. And we talk more about exposing it than we do contributing to it. So how can I not contribute anymore to abuse? I must take the healing of my soul extremely serious. Lord, have mercy. If you are not intentionally healing, you are unintentionally adding to the system of abuse. Lord. And it is unfortunate in spaces of healing, whether it be the church or communities or spiritual gurus. We are talking about everything but healing of the soul. I believe there are 3 levels of consciousness, and if you are part of my spirituality and consciousness community, you know about this: the superconscious, the subconscious, and then the conscious. Superconscious is pure consciousness. God speaks to us purely, we receive. God, universe, source, however you want to say it. The problem is not what we receive. The problem is how we perceive it. We perceive through our subconscious. Now, our subconscious is like the storage unit of our soul, the filing system of our soul. So if you have love filed in your soul, you're going to receive pure consciousness and receive it with love. If you have hatred stored in the files of your soul, you are going to receive and perceive pure consciousness with hatred. And that's why you got mean oracles and mean prophets and nasty life coaches, because they have received pure consciousness but perceived it through the files of their lived experience. And if those lived experiences are not whole and healthy, you will poison the purity of consciousness. Now, what does that have to do with not contributing to the system of abuse? Everything that has happened to you sits in your subconscious. Your subconscious is literally running your life. Your subconscious is interpreting what you hear from spirit. Your subconscious is the real God in this. I know you don't want to hear that, but it really is. It's the real controller of all of this. So if you are filled with rejection and hurt and disappointment and abuse, you will view life through that lens. And you will innately, though unintentionally, possibly contribute to systemic abuse. And that is more damaging than a McNutt or an Epstein. What's happening, y'all, in conclusion, now I'll read some comments. What's happening is, and I need y'all to hear me, like, let's talk about Pam Bondi real quick. And I'm going to share some pictures of some of these released files because this needs to be real to us and real for us. But I've been seeing a lot of Pam Bondi should resign. Pam Bondi should resign. Pam Bondi should resign. And what I tweeted recently was that was very performative because we have not learned yet that one person is not curating this chaos. This is a system of abuse. If Donald Trump is taken down because of the Epstein files, that does not fix anything. Now, I'm not saying that we should not hold individuals accountable, but what I am saying is we must go beyond the individual and inspect the system that would allow such heinousness to happen. And that's the same thing with Apostle McNutt. There's more calling out the individual than it is to call out the system that is easy to propagate abuse in. Now, I'll tell you why. Why is it easier to call out the individual than to call out the system? Because if you call out the system, you're going to have a real come to Jesus moment with your life. You're going to have to say, is the church that abusive? Have we allowed pastors to get too much? No, I can't. No. I can't think about that. I can't. No. Are politicians that? No. I can't allow myself to think that the entire system is corrupt. No. It's a person. It's Epstein. It's Epstein and Epstein only, and maybe Donald Trump and a couple and Bill Clinton. No, I can't. I cannot, because if the government is really that corrupt, then what are we supposed to believe in? Who's running our country? And there are people who would rather protect the system than to admit 99.9% of this is fake. Same thing in the church. You would rather call me a heretic than to look at the stats. You'd rather call me church hurt, just want to be in sin, want to be in my flesh, whatever title you want to give me, than to admit that the church is parroting the same system of abuse as every other mountain of influence. Now, how do I then, Vitorel Hill, keep myself from such abuse? I can tell you how. Easy. Individuality. Anything that gets in the way of your agency, autonomy, is a doorway, or can be a doorway to abuse. I'm not saying don't join the church. I'm not saying don't involve yourself with politics or the movie industry, the entertainment industry, or the education. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, here are the signs. When you lose your agency, get away. Get away. If you got to dress a certain way, talk a certain way, act a certain way, give a certain amount, sacrifice a certain amount outside of your will. I'm not talking about those that are willing, outside of your will to assimilate to that standard, it could be possibly a doorway to abuse. Worship, I need to tell y'all this really quickly. And I shared this with a client yesterday. If I didn't brush my beard today. I know I look a mess. Well, I feel like I look a mess. At least maybe I don't know. Anyway, point is this. If I pull this piece of, did I pull it? I did all that, didn't pull no hair. But let's say I pull one of these pieces of hairs, right? I put it in a Ziploc bag and I take it to Antarctica. And let's just say they have the equipment in Antarctica to run my DNA through my hair. They will be able to track me and find me through one piece of hair. And I want y'all to go with me on this. Out of all of the people that have existed, is existing, and will exist, I can be tracked down with one piece of hair in my beard. That describes or illustrates or what have you, how unique of an individual I am. Now, let's say it's true that God created me to be an individual. My fingerprint, none like it. My DNA, none like it. My hair follicles, none like it. But then I'm supposed to worship like everybody else? Oh. How is every part of me unique besides my God expression? I am telling you, one of the easiest ways to lead flocks of people into abuse is assimilation. The gospel that's preached should encourage you to be an individual, should encourage you to be unique and express uniquely. It should not be taking away from that. And it's not just in the traditional church. You don't do moon rituals. What's wrong with you? Oh, so you're not as enlightened as I am. Same difference. I don't say amen. I say. You're too low. Same difference. Same difference. Stop policing people. Stop. Because you are contributing to the system of abuse. Mind your business. Take care of your community and your village. Make sure your children are healed, whole, and prosperous. Make sure your children understand life. And let everything else go. Go to a church service, everybody dance the same. Everybody speak in tongues the same. Everybody got basically the same style. No one is really unique. There's just better dressers of the same type in the church. And then we'll call it church culture. It's the culture of the church. We wear jeans. It's the culture of the church. We wear suits. It's the culture of the church. Women wear hats. And we build more culture aesthetically than we do praising and helping people find them individual selves. What am I saying again? Am I outraged with the McNutt video? I really am. I really, really, really am. I'm outraged. I text the person that sent it to me. I said my insides are shaking. I had a client yesterday and I had a little break, so I started watching the video during the break. And when the client came on, I said, excuse me, I'm a little shaken up right now. And so I was so shaken up, the client was like, well, what is the video? And so I shared it with the client, but it was a way of me to releasing we talked about a little bit. Then I finished it last night. And more than the McNutt video, the Epstein files is really challenging my belief system as a whole. So I'm not saying that I'm not outraged. I'm not saying that I'm not affected by it. But what I'm saying is there's nothing I'm going to do to change it. And there's nothing you're going to do to change it. The only thing we can do is change us. And your outrage should not be so strong that you are not evolving as a person and becoming better. If you are a parent and you was raised in the struggle and you have not intentionally evolved, healed, changed, 5 times out of 10, you have replicated the actions that was given to you. Same can, different label. It's time to change. All right. That's all I got. You know, y'all know me. I'm not into the stuff no more like that. I don't have it in me to be dragging McNutt because I already know, like, and I'm not trying to be an elitist or act like I'm smarter than everybody else. That's not my intention. But, you know, I've been doing this long enough to know that the only benefit that I can get out of running this story in the way that I probably should run it is views. But if I'm going to truly have a safe space, then I need to tell people not how bad McNutt is, but how to create safety for themselves and others by using his story. Now, let me say this. I thought I was done, but hold on a second. Now, hold on. You breathe first. Stop letting people live through your children. It is okay to expose your child to mentorship, to apprenticeship, what have you. But that is not their child. That is weird. They can have a father-son-like relationship. They can have a mother-daughter-like relationship, but that is not their child. And it's weird. That pastor is not your father. She is not your mother. And though she might help you or assist you in healing because of a mother wound, you only have one. And then let me tell you this. Because, breathe. A lot of us be all weird, spooky, and just creating stuff. I don't care how many years you've been up under their feet. You will never have their DNA. I don't care how much you serve them. If your daddy was a drunk, before you start serving them, the effects of a drunk daddy will be that after you serve them. So turn your hips around and deal with the fracture that drunk daddy caused. Stop living vicariously through people that got more than you. Become who they are and stop fiending after them. And in my opinion, any grown person that will allow anyone to live through them without their own healing is missing some healing themselves. Now, I can assist you in your healing, but I cannot be your healing. I can assist you in healing the father fracture, but you will have to face daddy, whether you face the daddy that's still living or face the daddy that is in you. You will have to face it. There ain't enough Ikana Messiah in the world to undo DNA. Period. And we got to cut this out. That is not your daddy, and that is not your mama. And these single parents, and I want to be careful because I get it. I don't get it. I've been around enough to try to understand it as much as I can. But there should never be a time that you give your child over to anyone that's not blood. There should never be a time that you give your child over to anyone, point blank, period. Now, can they have influence? Yes. But you were called by nature to have authority over that child. Why are you giving it to Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so? If you are that unfit of a parent, release them for real. And I'm not talking about influence. I'm talking about giving your children over to others. Let me say this. This is some of the most strangest, ludicrous, I am a very smart person. My father and my mother, boy, when it comes to technology, if y'all have seen any Bridging the Gap, then you will know, child, that them jokers can't string two pieces of cords together. I can run circles around them physically and in some cases mentally. But if I sit down and talk to them, everybody that would listen to that conversation will find out really quickly that there's not enough smarts in my mind to supersede the wisdom of 70 plus years. How he gonna tell you how to raise your son and he ain't never had one? He don't like women. Okay, stop, man. Stop. I can give advice, but if you've heard me, especially when it comes to single mothers, I have a really close friend that's a single mother. My sister is a single mother. There ain't nowhere in the world. I deal heavily with my nephews. One of the blessings of being in North Carolina the last 2 years is I get to build a relationship with my nephews. I don't care how smart I am. I'll never have the strength of Evangela Marie Mark. Evangela Marie Mark is way stronger than I would ever be. It's easy for me to come in. That don't make no sense. These boys don't know how to get out the bed. These boys don't know how to do this. That's easy for me to say when I didn't raise them and never raised them. We got to stop giving up our power. All right. Let me say this. Y'all know I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community, but I got to keep it a buck with you. I shouldn't say this like this because I don't want nobody to weaponize it. So let me say it in a way that ignorant people won't weaponize it. Problem is, my audience will know what I'm saying. Let me figure out a way to say this universally. Let me just say it like this. If a man finds interest in your child, that is not an immediate red flag. But you as a parent need to inspect and then do monthly, weekly inspections until that relationship ends or you die. Because some single men, gay or straight, they don't have kids, but they want kids. So they start living daddy through your child. That's abuse. The energy, that sort of psychosis that it takes to bend to make that make sense. That's some dangerous work. That's dangerous work. And somebody said, keep it a buck. Yeah, I don't want, if I was in the private community, I probably said, but I don't want nobody to weaponize what I was about to say. Y'all just got to wise up, all right? All right, so the idea is this, in conclusion. We are not going to change this. It's not going to change. Like, it is what it is, and I'm okay with that. What I mean, like, even let's just say you believe the Bible's literal, right? Let's say if you believe the Bible's literal, everything that is going on now has already been going on. Think about Sodom and Gomorrah. Think about the Egyptians and their idol worship and their lewd sexual acts and all the things that the Bible names, right? Like, this has been going on since existence. It's not about to change now. Point number one. So what do? We change. We make sure it isn't in us. All right? Okay, let me show y'all these pictures real quick of some of this Epstein stuff, and then we're going to get on out of here. Trigger warning, y'all. I'll do this. There it is. This is Epstein right here with a child on his lap. I don't know who this person is. This is literally, it looks like Epstein right here laying on the couch with a child. Look what this says. Hi, Rich. Jeffrey's asking if you can FedEx the painting he had made of the massacre of the innocents to the ranch. It's the large 9x9 canvas that we had rolled out for him to see in the entryway where they are killing babies. He wants to use it on the ranch and is hoping you could FedEx it. This is Jeffrey Epstein showcasing a human being on video for someone to purchase, use, misuse. The audio is not on here. This is a little girl that's posing on stairs. She looks like she has some glass high heels on and she's taking her panties off. This is clearly a little girl. I didn't know if that one was real or not. Is that it? That was funny. I think that's it. Oh, look at this email. New Brazilian just arrived. Sexy and cute. 9 years old. Best regards. Now, what's funny is, not funny, but what's crazy is the DOJ marked out this person's email, protecting them. Why are they protecting this person's email? Oh, hold on. The person was 19 years old, not 9. The original email said the woman was 19 years old. I didn't see that. Okay, I must have bookmarked that before they did that. Listen. I give you permission to kill him. He is apparently with so-and-so. He lied to you and he lied to me. Sent from iPhone. This is real. This is real, and your average politician is covering it up. I'm pro all things Obama, but let's keep it a buck. I think that there needs to be a time that Obama needs to put out a statement, because let's be honest, just like most people knew about Diddy, most people knew about R. Kelly. Y'all think that most of these guys didn't know about Jeffrey Epstein? Most people knew about Harvey Weinstein, but it was accepted. And what I want to know from all leaders pre-Trump, what kept you from blowing the whistle? Now, we can do this whole word salad. Well, the president is not in charge of the DOJ. They're a separate entity. We know that's BS. I've seen presidents weaponize the DOJ to do investigations and states and some of everything else. The thing is, some of our favorite politicians, at the very least, had some kind of knowledge this was going on. They didn't speak out about it. Now, I understand there were still court cases, but there was nothing preventing a politician from saying, I unequivocally am against what's going on. And as soon as this court case is over, if I am still in office, I will make sure the DOJ does everything possible to hold all accountable. And that did not happen even from our favorites. And so I don't want us to be so blind that we don't remember this is a system. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm done. Done for real. Don't be like me, because, see, we can say, I could see Barack Obama saying, I ain't touching that. I'm not there. My staff wasn't a part of it. Because there's this kind of sort of like plausible deniability where you know it exists. I almost just got messy. Hold on. Breathe, Vincent. I was about to call out y'all's favorite prophet. This plausible deniability where you know it exists, but if you don't look into it, then you could just be like, got nothing to do with me. And I think if any, at the very least, some of our faves play that game. Well, do with me. I need to let you know that's the game I played. And I still had to have a reckoning with my own soul on why I knew abuse was happening, but I was minding my business, protecting my peace. And don't even let me come down y'all road. Y'all know Uncle Billy is who Uncle Billy is. Don't you go ahead and unshare that McNutt video if you know a family member. You know Aunt Sharon be abusing them kids over there, beating them too hard. Matter of fact, when you find out that she beat them, you have them come over your house for the weekend and you treat them nice as a way of fixing it. But you still ain't did nothing about Aunt Sharon. Ain't said nothing to her. Unshare that McNutt video. You're not worthy to push this narrative. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. You know they abusing. Everybody know John the crackhead. And we acting like he ain't for the sake of peace instead of getting him real help. you are adding to the abuse. And then sit and want to get with other family members and gossip about it. Child, you know she don't be taking care of them kids. You know how they is. I went over there one day and brought some food. Roaches everywhere. Your girl was so nasty. Now, I pick some up on the weekend and take them to get ice cream. I wash their face and all. And you're doing everything. And what you're doing, you're not helping the kids. You're making yourself feel better. You're doing enough to ease your own guilt. You are a part of systemic abuse. Cops do it all the time. Turn a blind eye. Can't rat my brother out. Systemic abuse. All right, I'm done. What a wonderful day. That's all I had to say, y'all. You know, I hate to take the fun out of things. You know, back in the day, I wouldn't have let that video slip out of my hands. I would have recorded it, downloaded it, and dragged McNutt from here to King Kong. That's just not my heart anymore because that stuff don't work, man. These people are trash. They ain't good. I talked to that one prophet on FaceTime. I'll never forget it. And that prophet talked to me like we was homeboys, telling me the size of his penis and this woman he slept with and that woman he slept with and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, you a nigga. Okay. So why am I on this camera hooting and hollering against the system and the system happy just the way it is? Like, y'all do know that, right? Y'all know these people ain't, y'all know most of these people are not blinded. I got to call it out to save the souls that don't know the truth. You know, if I don't say nothing, how the people being deceived over there? You really think that? That's not how that works. That's not how that works. They're deceived because they want to be. It is their choice. They like it like that. Ain't nobody dumb. They are choosing not to focus on the truth. That way they can enjoy whatever they're getting out of the situation. You know, he be going over there and they be just stealing them people money because he be talking about give to the prophet, them poor people. Them people is happy because if they leave without a true shift in consciousness, they're just going to join another group and do the same thing over again. So if I bust up that group over there, this is going to follow another dummy. If you're not having a shift in consciousness, you're just shifting spaces. Trading out one leader for another, one private community for another, one group for another, one friend for another, one love for another. So if you see them over there and you be like, them poor people, God save them. Girl, dry your eyes. They want to be there. Because every season, the truth will drop. And there's a group that'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. Let me go about my business. That's what you did, didn't you? Weren't you a part of an organization or group? And you had this funny feeling, and right after that, something got revealed. You were like, oh, let me get on out of here. What's the difference between you and them? Right. They saw what you saw. They heard what you heard. They don't care. So get your panties out of a bunch and let them be happy, and you focus on your happiness. Just don't make no sense over there. Just giving all that money. Don't make no sense over there. Father just doing it. They are having a good time. And let me say this. If they are in alignment with the reason why they are there, they will receive some kind of blessing for being there. You did not prosper in that space because you were not of the same material. You were out of alignment. Okay. That's why we got to stop judging people's gods. Serve your God. God ain't over there. No, your God ain't over there. Theirs is over there alive and well and having a ball, having a good old time. In other words, stop being mad at people. Like, stop like trying to police people and judge people and why they doing this and calling people out, because at the end of the day, niggas are happy. I get off this camera exhausted, tired, feeling all pompous and confident. Got that told, put a dick in that kingdom. Child boo. Them whores got up and started whoring again. They ain't studying me. Kept thousands of people saw my video. A whore is going to whore every time they want to whore. That is just the name of the game. You think Prophet so-and-so about to stop whoring because you did a video on him? Ain't. No. So, anywho, what was I saying? All right, y'all want to do a private community? I did good today, only an hour. Y'all want to do a private community? Let's do private community at 11:15. Now, I'm almost hit my wall, so we got to come into the private community real strong. I'm going to be ready to go. But let me do my announcements real quick. If you want to be notified when I come live, text VTRL Hill to 833-458-3658. Text VTRL Hill to 833-458-3658 to be notified when I come live. If you really enjoyed this today, now y'all know I ain't raised no offering in a while. I ain't raised no offering in a while. So if you enjoyed this today, hit up that Cash App. That PayPal and Zelle, info@VTRLHill.com, Cash App, safe space VTH, and the Venmo at VTRL Hill. I appreciate you guys in advance. P.O. Box 221, Wissett, North Carolina, 27377 is the P.O. Box. Thank you so much. I go live in the after show live in the private community, $2.99 a month, $2.99 a month. Click the Linktree link in the video description box or hit join now if you have that option on YouTube. I teach every Thursday at 3 p.m. In my private spirituality and conscious community. And I pray every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. www.joinsafespace.com. info@VTRLHill.com is the email. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, y'all. Hey, Juice Talk Radio, how you doing? Good to see you on here. A conversation that is so needed. Alexa, play Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror, as we pass collection plate. Right, Lotus Egyptian Flower. Right. The truth, this is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Hey, LaQuisha, I would like just to know, what did he think he was going to get out of that video? Now, why would I read this now when I'm about to go? This is my theory, guys. Now, this is not the gospel. This is Vincent Terrell Hill's theory. Okay? This is Vincent Terrell Hill's theory. There are times in our life where we don't read the writing on the wall. And we get checked, whether it's God, sowing and reaping, or whatever you want to call it. We get slapped up top of the head. McNutt should have taken the situation, this is Vincent talking, taken the situation that happened on December the 3rd and went within and asked himself, what needs to change? What is wrong? Instead of doing that, he decided, I'm going to berate this young man for whatever reason he decided to do it. And 1 million people saw it. When that happened like that, y'all, that make me feel like it's a little bit of divine reckoning going on. Like when the T.D. Jakes thing happened, like, let's keep it a buck. There is no proof that has ever hit the internet. 100%, no proof at all that has ever hit the internet that T.D. Jakes and Diddy had any kind of improper relationship going on. And that rumor said, boosh, and took off. And I was telling people around me, this looked like a little judgment, like, because I ain't never seen no rumor take off with so much heat and no proof. Just a couple of pictures. I said, what in the world T.D. Jakes got going on over there? What he done cooked up over there? And this is like my little personal theory. Like when stuff be blowing up out of nowhere, it get a lot of gas, a lot of heat, and everybody be yapping. It be making me feel like, what you got going on behind the scenes? What signs did you miss that where your attention wasn't being got? Because I guarantee you could not have made McNutt believe all this heat was going to come behind that one video. Now, I can't say that's the gospel. That's just Vincent's theory. That's Vincent's theory. All right. Let's see. Conversations like this makes me so grateful for my mom. I love. Wait, LOL, I ain't no crackhead. Just play. Right. Average politician is covering up, even the so-called good ones. Yeah. So that's what I believe. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I just like, what's the chances of you doing a video and it getting views 1 million times? And then you so sure you right, you wait it out, do a follow-up video, basically like, I'm guilty of being a good person. And everybody like, nah, dog, you ate up. Did y'all see that picture? And then let me go. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all this real quick. Yo, hold on for a second. Did y'all see that picture of him and them little boys? The whole situation is weird. Isn't it? Like, it's just, it got a weird energy on it. Anywho, what time is it? 11:15, I said, right? I don't feel like waiting that long. We're going to do 11:10. 11:10, we're going to get on out of here, all right? All right, love y'all a long time. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for those of y'all that's giving. I appreciate you. I will be, y'all, I'm coming. I'm coming. Man, I just thought about you. I was in Walmart recently. How you doing, brother? I hope you're well. I got to start coming live more often because I be missing y'all. It's good. It's good to see you, guy. That pic made my stomach hurt. Yeah, when I saw that video, y'all, I was shaking. And then that was that glory be to God, glory be to the name of God, glory be to God, glory to God. Okay, let me just stop because I'm gonna get irritated. All right, y'all. I'll chat with y'all later. Y'all be blessed. Bye.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
Safe Space, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that Safe Space has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the Safe Space private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text V Terrell Hill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with V Terrell Hill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the Safe Space universe has to offer.